wonderful Sagittarius. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. Okay, guys, so we have the card Legal Matters. So justice, divorce, balance, judgment. I mean, this card is kind of self-explanatory, guys. I mean, there could be some sort of legal matters pertaining to this connection, but that's not going to be the case for all of you. For some of you, it could be that you're kind of just looking at a situation, you're analyzing it, you're weighing out the pros and cons here, right? Maybe something doesn't feel fair to you. Maybe there's something here that you are kind of like you disagree with. There could even be an energy of wanting to restore some sort of balance in this connection as well. That card does touch on balance. So let's see what's going on here. There could even be something about this connection that feels very one-sided. Okay. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Five of Pentacles. Someone feels very, very nostalgic this week when it comes to you. There could be something in particular that is, excuse me, reminding this person of you. Or they're just like taking a trip down memory lane. But I'm strongly getting someone who is really missing you. It's a very nostalgic energy that's coming through here. Revisiting the past that you guys share. Okay, so I'm going to start off by seeing how you're being viewed this week. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is someone who wants, you know, a new beginning, but they also want something to feel more stable between the both of you. I could also read this as someone who's viewing you as moving forward or investing in something else. Because it's like, yes, they're wanting to connect with you, but something has not felt stable between the both of you for quite some time. So they're wanting that to change as well. It's not necessarily just coming forward or wanting to invest. It's like, how do I do things the right way? This could have been a very on and off connection, or there's something that could have felt very inconsistent. The Five of Swords, okay. Followed by the Prince of Chalices in the challenge position. Someone who wants to open up to you emotionally, but there's something that they feel very conflicted about. Hence why those two cards are coming up in the challenge position. Now, Five of Swords could be, you know, mental conflict, but it could also just be something that the both of you are disagreeing on. It could even be a disagreement or an argument that took place between the both of you, and now it's like wanting to communicate with you or figuring out the right thing to say, but still holding on to a level of anger or frustration. Like there could have quite literally been a disagreement that was very, very recent. Right? Where it's an energy of I want to open up, or I do want to have a new beginning here, but I don't think right now is the time, or maybe waiting for things to settle down here, if you will. I also feel like with the Five of Swords, there could be something here that this person communicated to you, but they wish they could take it back, or they wish they, it could even just be like their tone or choice of words, like their delivery. They may feel like if they expressed something to you in a different manner, it wouldn't have escalated into, you know, something larger like an argument. How are you viewing them? Nine of Swords. You're very stressed out about this situation. I think that this is a week where you're definitely, you know, up in your mind about this person. This could be affecting your sleep. Because a nine of swords could be when you're feeling mentally drained. It could even be when like you're losing sleep or feeling very restless because of how much you are thinking about something. So needless to say, you're looking at this person or the situation like, this is really stressing me out. This is causing me to feel very anxious. Because, it seems to me you're wondering if something is going to happen. You're wondering, what's going to happen next. But because you're sitting alone with your thoughts, it's kind of driving you up a wall here. So again, I do feel like you're viewing this person or the situation as something that's really, really stressing you out. Okay, so in your feelings, Eight of Swords, wow, okay. There's some sort of mental restrictions that you feel, okay? Or there's something, around you or something going on in your environment that you feel very restricted by, where it's like, this is what I want to do or this is what I want to say, but I don't feel like I'm in the place to do that, or I don't feel like that is, in my hands or in my control. Like there's something here you want to find a solution for, but you feel like it's not your job to find a solution for that. Or you feel like something is out of your control. And so this could be something that's really stressing you out, because it's like, I'm aware of what needs to change, but I can't be the one to change it, right? So I do feel like it's something you're going back and forth in your mind about. And the fact that you're unable to do something to, solve an ongoing issue could be, very triggering, or it's just impacting you on a mental level. Seven of Swords. So Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords. There's something you don't trust when it comes, you don't trust about this person, about this situation here. There could be some sort of dishonesty that is resurfacing. So whether it's someone who was dishonest with you, right, or whether it's you're just feeling suspicious in the current moment, you're looking at the situation as you have a lot of questions. There's a lot that you're confused about. And to top it all off, you don't trust the situation and it's just stressing you out. We have the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords. So like the swords is more of a mental energy, right? So it's like you're up in your mind about it and you're very stressed out, but I don't think you're speaking to this person about what's stressing you out. You're bottling up a lot of emotions and thoughts this week. So it may even feel like, I want to release this, or it feels like I'm going to implode in a way. I'm also strongly getting with the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords, there may be something that this person has done that is causing you to feel very conflicted because you couldn't imagine doing that to them. You could be analyzing the situation and thinking about, every possible way that something could have occurred or why something occurred, but you trying to make sense of something is also stressing you out or causing you to feel anxious. We have the Lovers in your feelings. Some of you could be dealing with the Gemini and the Six of Wands. I feel like you had high hopes for this connection. This is a connection that you wanted it to be successful with the Six of Wands. But with the Lovers, it's like feeling very drawn or connected to this person, but also feeling like there's a lack of stability. A decision was not necessarily being made. The Lovers and the Six of Wands, I'm getting a strong energy of you. There could be something that you're celebrating. There could be something in your life that you feel like you should be happy or grateful for. And I'm not saying that you're not, but there is a part of you that feels like this connection is really stressing you out or taking away from some sort of joy that you're supposed to be feeling. Like it could be that you're going through or you're, walking into some sort of success, or something is progressing for you, but also something is not working out in this connection. And so both of those things happening at the same time could feel a bit contradicting for you. But I'm strongly getting with the Lovers, like you still feel connected to this person, but you're like, a decision is not being made. A lot of things just feel like they're up in the air. You still have a lot of questions here. Some of you could be in the public eye, or this could be a week where like you're receiving a lot of attention, or there are a lot of eyes on you. The Hermit clarifying the Five of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with the Virgo, and the Seven of Wands clarifying the Prince of, There's something here this person feels very defensive about. It's pretty much what I'm picking up on in the challenge position. Like, yes, they're feeling conflicted. They could even be reminded of a disagreement, like I mentioned. But Seven of Wands and the Hermit, it's like there's something here that they're feeling very defensive about, something that they don't feel ready to speak about. And with the Hermit, it's resulting in them withdrawing or being in a very held back energy here. They're thinking a lot of things, they're feeling a lot of emotions, but because they're not expressing it to you, it could feel very stressful. It could feel very, I'm trying to figure everything out on my own and I don't want to play the guessing game. The Hermit clarifying the Five of Swords could also be some sort of silence that follows an argument, that is followed by, or I should say, an argument, right? That occurs, and then it's followed by some sort of silence where it's like maybe you guys had a disagreement, but instead of working something out or, following up with some sort of closure, this person could have resorted to silent treatment or not speaking to you at all. And that could be, and the silence could be what's causing all this confusion, right? And the Seven of Wands is like, there's something here that you guys are disagreeing on, but this person, it's almost like they feel they don't know how to see past that. Or there's an energy of, Sagittarius and I will continue to disagree on that. I don't think that we can come to a mutual agreement. And so that thought alone is causing them to feel very defensive. And with the Five of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Hermit, like, even if there was a disagreement, there could have been like a harsh exchange of words or something that was said where this person's like, how do we go back from that? How do we reverse the effects of that? Like, it could have been a disagreement, but it escalated into something maybe that the both of you feel you guys could have avoided. Because it's almost like they're looking at the situation and saying, now that all has been, said and done, where do I go from here, right? Like, how do I reverse the effects of that? Even if it's something on their end, because I did mention that there's something here they communicated to you that they want to take back, or they wish they, delivered it in a different way. But it's not as easy as just being able to take something back, right? So they are really focused on the communication. They do feel like you guys could have handled something in a better way. And they're like, is there a way that we could come back from this? Okay, we have the King of Cups and the Moon card. They're really suppressing all their emotions. They have very deep emotions for you. They're also wanting to have some sort of a heart-to-heart conversation. But with the King of Cups, I think in their feelings, what they're focused on this week is remaining emotionally balanced. They may feel very up and down when they think of you, and there's very deep emotions that they're feeling, but they're constantly, suppressing them with the Moon card. It's a very hidden energy, or it's like, I don't want to speak about that. I don't want to feel those emotions. The Moon card could also be someone who's kind of like using their intuition to maneuver through the situation. Trying to figure you out, but not really like asking you how you're feeling, but instead trying to figure it out on their own through their intuition. There could even be some sort of signs that they're receiving about you or this connection this week with the Moon card. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces. There's your card, Temperance, and the Eight of Wands. They want to speak to you. They want to restore some sort of balance here and peace. And it's like they're unable to let go because they want to speak to you or work something out, but there's still something here that they feel you guys will continue to disagree on. And that's what's creating the block, hence why it's in the challenge position here, right? So it's like, I want to speak to you, I want to work something out, but is it possible that we could work through this disagreement? Is it possible that the both of us could work together in a connection but continue to disagree on certain things? Even if it's something in particular, guys, like it could be something that feels like it's a deal breaker. Even for you, it's coming up in the mutual energy. But again, there is an energy of, I want to talk to Sagittarius. I want to, restore some sort of peace. The way that I spoke to them was wrong, or there is something that they're holding on to where they feel like they could have handled it better. But there is a part of them that wonders, are we going to be able to work through our disagreements, or is this something that's, ultimately going to be a deal breaker? Four of Pentacles, followed by the Three of Wands in the potential outcome. What's the Four of Pentacles? The Empress. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. And what's the Three of Wands? The Judgment. I feel like there's a question of what's going to happen in the future. what's going to happen moving forward. Some of you, you guys could be tied to this person, whether it's because you guys have children together, whether it's, there's something here that you guys have birthed together. I could even just be picking up on this person feeling like you guys have, like history together, but you guys have also like created something together, whether it's, even if things didn't feel stable, maybe it's just the connection that you guys share, right? Because with the Empress, not only do they see the potential, they're viewing you as someone that they feel like they're destined to be with. So that is very much there. But with the Judgment and the Three of Wands, it's an energy of things have changed. So where is this connection headed in the future? Like what does the future hold for us? And the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Wands is a concern about the future, but the Four of Pentacles could be a very withdrawn energy. So needless to say, I feel like, this person is, kind of in between worlds. There's going to be certain things that they're trying to figure out, that they're going to try to figure out on their own prior to communicating with you. And even if they're conversing with you, there's a lot that they're not telling you. There's a lot that they're suppressing. They're doing more listening and analyzing as opposed to expressing, how they're feeling or what they're going through emotionally. But there's an energy of, coming back around, communicating with you. But I will say they feel like there's something here that there's a level of uncertainty where it's like, I don't know if we're able to work through that very thing. Okay, is there anything they want to communicate? Okay, we need to let each other go. So this could be, this person being honest with themselves. Maybe they do feel connected to you, but they feel like they're not the right person for you. Maybe they're the thing that you guys are disagreeing on, they feel like it would be selfish to, ask you to change your mind about it. Or if it's something that you guys disagree on, maybe it's, to the point where this person feels you guys cannot work through it. And maybe that's where that thought of we need to let each other go is stemming from. Okay, let's see. I am grateful for this spiritual lesson. So this person could feel like this connection was a catalyst for their growth, or there's a lot that they've learned. And then it says, do I still have a chance? And this is what I was speaking about, guys. There's a bit of a back and forth energy, right? We need to let each other go. Do I still have a chance? Right? I don't want to express my emotions, but Temperance and the Eight of Wands, I still want to talk to Sagittarius. So it's like a little bit of a back and forth energy here. Just being near you is intoxicating. And then bottom of the deck, guys, it says, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.